Hey friends, welcome back to Millennial Realtor Monday. Woo woo! So we are back, guys. So today we are talking about should I use my tax refund or tax return for my down payment? So make sure you stay to the very end so you get all the tips and tricks on just that. So if you're new here, I am Keyra Ford. My channel talks about real estate tips and tricks, dance fitness go-tos, and much, much more. Also, guys, if you haven't already, make sure you follow me on TikTok. I am making sure I do my dance and real estate moves all on TikTok as well. So if you want something a little bit shorter content, I think that you will really enjoy it, okay? So before we jump in, let's actually jump in. I think I already told you who I am. All right. Okay, guys, so today we're talking about should I use my tax return as my down payment? So what I'm going to tell you this is, let's first talk about what is a tax return. A tax return is when you have overpaid all year long in taxes. And so now they are returning it to you because you've overpaid. So make sure you go to your W-4, you reevaluate that, make sure you're taking off the dependents that you have so you really have everything in line. So you're not just giving interest-free money to the government for them to give back to you a lump sum the next year. Well, that's just something that I advise. Now, of course, you're going to do whatever you please, but that's my 2 cents. Also, you want to make sure that if you do get a tax return, you want to make sure that you're not doing the advance tax return, because it's basically like a loan. And why get a loan that has interest if you're about to get a lump sum of money that doesn't have any interest? So just wait the few weeks that you have before the money comes in to receive that tax return instead of getting that advance. And I know sometimes we get a little excited because we're like, whoa, this is a big tax return, which I don't really get any tax returns. I don't have any kids, so that's just not something that I get back. I pay the government each year, but just make sure that we're not doing that advantage, because it doesn't make sense to get a loan when you're about to get that money. But anyways, let's jump into this. I'm going to give you the pros and the cons of why you should use your down payment as your, why you should use your tax return as your down payment. Lord Jesus, can I talk today? I hope so. So let's jump into it. We're going to first do the pros, because we all know that I am positive Polly, and I prefer to start with the positives, okay? So the first one is when you use your tax return, it's basically like an immediate down payment. So that's awesome, okay? Another pro is opportunity for investments. You want to make sure that, if you already have investment properties or you already have a house, make sure that you're putting your tax return into something that is going to give you a return on investment. You want to make sure it's like in stocks or something that is going to give you money back. Or what is something that I could say is it's making money for you, okay? Another advantage is it's a forced savings. So it forces you to save because you've given them money all year that's interest free. And so now that they're giving you this money back, it was basically like they forced you to save because you overpaid. Moving on to the cons now. Okay, so when it comes to the cons, when you get your tax return back, which they're not necessarily cons, and you'll realize that about me, I always try to find light in every dark situation, I guess you could say. But it does, I guess one of the cons I would say is that it makes you have an emergency fund. A lot of us don't even have emergency funds. So the reason why I say this is a con, because first off, you should have an emergency fund already. So it's sad that you don't, but now we're gonna use what the tax return has given you back to use it as an emergency fund, just in case something happens. Also, another con is debt. Now, this is the money that you can use to pay off all the debt, all the stuff that's been weighing you down. Debt is one of the cons because no one wants to have debt, okay? And another thing is it also creates a point in time where you can do impulse decisions. Because when you get this lump sum money back, it's like, oh, do I need to have new furniture? Do I need to get a new purse? So I think that sometimes it doesn't get you thinking in the right mindset of where you need to be. So I hope this has helped with the pros and cons of using your tax return as your down payment. Also, be very cautious for people who are like, yeah, girl, use your tax return as your down payment, because we can do so much with the money that we get back, or you can make sure that that number is a little bit lower and you're just getting more of that money throughout the year. Because I don't know about you, I think I'd rather have more monthly income each month versus get a big lump sum of money at the next year. So really go back to that W-2s, make sure you're everything is in there right, so they're not taking out too many taxes. And also, just in general, I just believe that you should always pay yourself first, which is savings. So every check you get, make sure you save something, guys, because yes, you need a down payment when it comes to buying a house if you don't have that 620 credit score, but there's so many programs out here that will pay for your down payment. So just take that into consideration. I'll also link my down payment assistance video here so you can check it out. And I hope this has brought you value. If you guys want something specific that you want me to talk about, let me know. I am here to help and bring you great value. But you know, my mission is to help millennials and first-time home buyers create that generational wealth by either buying or selling real estate. So I'm super excited to help you guys in 2021. And my mission is to help so many families, and I've been doing just that. So I love you guys. I'll see you next week. Until then, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Make sure you do it.
Oh my gosh, there she is. It's Keyra Ford. Keyra Ford. You don't know what? Never heard? Oh my gosh, she slays every time.